This is Nessie Rapture. Hey guys, okay, this one is just something that due to the end of TNA has been thrown out there, and that is the whole concept of the six-sided ring. A lot of people have been, because of the chant on Impact, the crowd were chanting "We want six sides," and I think a lot of people don't seem to get why the TNA fans are obsessed with the six-sided ring. For me, it's not as much about the fact it has six sides. It's about what it symbolically represents. You could have any shape of ring. It can have 4 sides, it can have 6 sides, it can have 8 sides. It could even be a circle. It wouldn't matter. What matters is that when they came out, when they were innovative, when they were a very individual company producing interesting, different, fun wrestling, they were in a six-sided ring, and visually the six-sided ring became almost a representation of that style of TNA. And for a lot of TNA fans, that is literally what it represents. It represents that individuality, that innovation, that difference that made it so attractive compared to WWE. Which, let's face it, hasn't really changed in in the 5 decades it's been showing. It's had different eras, but it's the point it's at the moment is very much an era that doesn't necessarily appeal to the older demographic, and TNA very much filled that void. It gave us matches like the X Division matches, which were fast paced and interesting and creative, and things like King of the Mountain, which, yes, was overly complicated, but still a different idea. And that kind of uniqueness and freshness is what drew people to TNA, because it wasn't WWE, and the six-side ring represents that in spades. And I think a lot of the time when the crowd is chanting "We want six sides," what they're chanting for is that older sense that TNA had of being a standout company, of being something different, of really showing you something that the stale, recycled stuff that the WWE wasn't showing us. And I think that if they truly are looking at getting back to that, I think bringing back the six-sided ring as a symbolic gesture would be very effective, because a lot of the old TNA fans would see that as a comeback, and I don't think that it would make a difference to the more mainstream fans that have just come over. I don't think they would be bothered by the shape of the ring. But for the hardcore TNA fans, that touch of what they fell in love with back in TNA would give them the hope to keep watching. Okay, that's my 2 cents, and I've probably repeated myself a lot, but